What's up, everyone, and welcome to the 200 subscriber live play special. So yeah, I've hit the mark of 200 subscribers. Now, sometimes people leave and stuff like that, and that's fine. But it crossed 200. I'm trying to just make sure there isn't a glare there. And so I said I would play Pulp Detective. Pulp Detective is a 1 to 2 player game. We're going to be playing this single player game in which we try to solve a case. And so I'm going to first pick which case we're going to solve. We'll do the Pulp Detective, the case of the Death's Door Damsel. Okay, so I'll read it out to you. Basically, the point of this game is we pick a case and then we go to try to solve it. And we try to solve it by rolling die. Basically, this is a complete luck game with some choices in it. And we'll just hope that those choices work out for us. So, it's your toughest case yet, and time is running out. According to the ransom note, you have less than a day to find the missing diamond heiress, Mathilda Landcore, before she is murdered. Grab your gun and get going. So you have beginner, novice, and advanced. We're going to play beginner because I've played this game multiple times already, and it is freaking hard. So we then have our character, no, not our character cards. You have 2 of each because you have single player and co-op. So for single player, we take each one of these. This is our items track. This is our stamina, and then here is the clues. Now, to solve this case, we have to get to the 5th clue. Well, we have to solve 4 clues and then try to solve the case, basically. So 4 clues allows us to then try to solve the case. Now we have to pick our... These are the characters? Yes. Okay. These are the bad guys. We don't know which bad guy it is yet, so we're going to put the bad guy up here. We have to pick our character. The blue is for the secondary character, so we don't want those. We just want the red. Now we can either be Velda Scott, the private eye. She is after her father's death at the hands of the mob. Velda took over the agency and decided her life to dedicated her life to delivering justice her way. Then they all have a special action, which is reduce time by 1 hour to roll the red and gray investigative dice once during phase 2, even if you do not have the corresponding item. That's really good. Let's see what his is. Stamina by 1 to roll either the red or gray investigation dice. So reduces stamina, reduces time. Reroll 1. During the nighttime hour, the icon is a wild card. We have pretty much half the game is night. I think she would be fun to play. Let's be Betty O'Leary. Betty O'Leary is the socialite avenger. At first, solving crimes was just a lark, but soon she learned the thrill is in the chase. Reroll 1 investigation die when investigating an informant once during any phase 2 of the criminal. So, but she goes right over there just to remind us. Now we have 3 different types of cards. We have the question mark card, which are the investigative. They help you get clues. We have the item cards, which is the F, and I forget what F stands for. Forgive me. And we have the stamina, which is C, which I believe is it's informants. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. To be honest, that part doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of theming there. So first, we're going to shuffle up the cards. As you can see, there's not very many. But since this is a very luck-based game, it doesn't matter that that they are... Oh my god. I can't talk and shuffle and record at the same time, apparently. But here we go. All right, that's good enough. So what we do is stage 1. I kept repeating stage 2, stage 2, stage 2 in all of the investigation things. But here we go. Stage 1 is you draw 3 cards. And then the deck just gets put down. And we have an investigation card that might give us a clue. We have an F card that might give us a hat. And we have a C card that might give us a stamina. We actually have to set up our track first. I totally forgot to set up our track. Oops. So right now we do not hold any items. So that goes there. Clues, we're at 0. Our stamina, we would put it on whichever one we're starting on. We're going to start on beginner. So that's at 6. And at night, starting at beginner, 24. So the very first thing we do is we decide which one of these do we want. Well, actually, the best thing that we can get is the clues. We want to get clues early. But going after the clues could potentially be difficult if we don't have any good items yet. So what I think we're going to do is you get to take the card and put it anywhere in the deck. You can put it on the top, you can put it in the middle, the bottom. Okay? So we're going to take this and we're going to put him on the top because we're going to try to get him next time if we get a really good clue that helps us. Alright, really good item that wants us. I want the item card, which means we're going to discard the stamina card. So this one just gets discarded off to the side. Now normally it gets discarded off to the side, but we don't have a lot of info. And what I want to see is this symbol right there. So that's the symbol that's actually important on some of the cards. So just being there, you'll be able to see the whole game. So we have this card first, and this card has to go in one spot, and one spot only, because there is only one spot, and we're going to tell our main story plot. So way up here at the top is follow a lead from out of the shadows, it says. Now, if you are anywhere but above the one that it shows in the second spot, I'll bring the card closer. If you are anywhere above the one that it shows here, we go to the top one. So we are above 13 because, as you remember, we're at hour 24. So we're on the top line. So from 13 to 24, we do this one here. So I should say from 14 to 24, we do this one here. So it's telling us that we need 1 eye, 1 feet, and 1 news. So basically we need an eyewitness. We need to do some field work, and we need to scour the papers and get some reporters. If we succeed, we get a item. If we lose whatever's on the right hand side. Okay? We don't have anything to lose right now. We can't lose an item, so we're going to roll. Now, how do we know what to roll? Our stamina over here says that as long as we're at stamina 6, we roll 4 dice. So we've got 4 yellow die to roll. Oops, 4 yellow die to roll. So we're going to roll those now. And that gives us 1 eye, 2 bullets, 1 news. Now her special action is to re-roll 1 yellow investigation die when we're in the phase 2 of an informant. Now this wasn't an informant. Remember, this was an F, which I think F stands for follow a lead. I think that's what that means. So we're following a lead. We did not get it. We missed that one. Oh, we got this one. We got this one. We missed this. Now, if we would have rolled 3 of anything, we would have been able to not take the negative. But we have to take the negative. But in this case, we don't have any items, so it actually doesn't do anything to us. Now, I get to, because I have this, I get to take a token of any of those. So I'm actually going to just take a bullet token, and that goes into my pool here. And we do the next thing over again. Draw 3 cards off the top. We ended up with a choice again. We still want an item. So I'm going to put the item there. I'm going to put the question mark back, and I'm going to discard this one now on top of this one. Okay. So now we have a choice. So we have follow the lead. And you see up here it has red and green. This one has yellow and yellow. So what do I want to do with this one? I can either put it next to this one, gives me no benefit. I can put it below this one. It's going to give me no benefit because these colors do not match up. But what I want to be able to do is if I do this, I now have a red, a green, and a yellow available to match up and give me a bonus later on. We also move this down 1 because we went through an hour of doing this one. So at the end, we're supposed to put that down. This one is 18 and up. So I need 2 feet and 1 newspaper. So this one's not going to help me at all. But we get to roll 4 again. 2 feet, 1 newspaper. Here we go. So we got 2 feet and 1 newspaper. We succeeded. So because we succeeded, we get whatever this one says here. Now, how do we know what item we get? Well, you look at the card. The card is a 3. So we get a taxi, which is gain 1 hour of time or gain 1 to stamina. So I'm going to gain 1 to our stamina here. Okay. Now, we progress by 1 hour. We're now at 22 hours. And we take our 3 cards from the top and do it again. So if we take another item, it's going to actually decrease our stamina. So we are going to get rid of one of these items. We're going to put the other one on the bottom because we don't actually want that card right now. And we are going to play the investigation card. So the investigation card, or sorry, the informant card. So the informant has no bonuses. It's a 16 plus. We're rolling for this one. We have one of these tokens here. And if we get it right, we're going to get that. Now, because it's not giving us anything of use, and I want to keep the red and green open, I'm going to put the informant up here. So this is our main plot line. We have followed a lead, and we found an informant. In our subplot line, we have followed a lead, but it hasn't gone anywhere for us yet. So, what do we do with the informant here? We're going to roll again. Oops. We're going to roll again. We're still rolling 4 because you only get to roll 5 when the stamina is up here. But remember, I get to re-roll. So we got, this is correct. We have this to spend if we want to. I need a foot. Sounds weird to say that, but I need a foot. On the dice, they have these little asterisks. That tells you which one has 2. So this one actually has 2 eye faces and it has 2 feet faces. So this is the one that I want to re-roll for the best chance of getting what I actually need. So we're going to try to get the feet. And we got it. So here's this, and now we spent this one. That gets us a clue. The clue puts us up to 1, which gives us 1 stamina. So now I get to roll 5 dice and also a twist marker, which was this thing that I had. The twist marker here can be used as any marker. So they all become wild. So we're running so strong that we can do whatever we want in that hour. So the last thing that we do is we move this down. Okay. So things are going really, really well for us. We actually got 3, so it doesn't really matter which one we take. I'm going to put 1 on the top, discard 1, and we will take the last one here. So we have another informant. We are at 21 hours, so we're going to put this informant right here. So we went to another informant. Okay. Now this informant here, the only thing we need is an eye and 2 newspapers. So we're going to roll. We have the eye. Now I get to roll a 5th dice because I roll 5. It only comes with 4 yellow dice, so I'll roll again. So that didn't really help us. And then I get to re-roll. Now, I will re-roll for the sake of re-rolling, but it doesn't really help us any. So I did get a newspaper, but I can't roll again. So I got an eye and 1 newspaper. I did not get the other newspaper that I needed. That means I have to look over here because I did not get 3 of a kind. I have to look over here. I got a negative time. So actually what happens is that the time goes down 1. Now, the end of the hour, the time goes down again. So in other words, she wasted our time. That informant wasted our time there. We're going to pull out 3 cards again. We're going to keep the clue. We're going to get rid of that one, and we're going to go for this one. Now, we have a red. We have a red here. Here's a new informant. What does this informant want? We are at 19. He wants 3 bullets. That's going to be pretty difficult to get. I still get to roll 5. We got 1 bullet. Which one has a bullet times 2? This one does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate, roll again. Okay, couldn't happen, which even though I get to re-roll, I didn't get it. This means I would get to re-roll one more time. And so I got 2 bullets. So I got 2 bullets, but I did not get a 3rd bullet. Oh, you know what? On this one, I should have taken a token, and I forgot to take a token. I'm going to take an eyeball for that one. And on this one, I'm going to take a bullet. So, actually, I didn't fail this one. Okay, lots of things to try to remember all at once here. This is where it gets a little confusing, because since you're playing by yourself, you have to remember everything. So I would have taken this from the last informant one that I failed. I would have just taken one. Doesn't really matter which one I take, because one twist marker can be used as any marker when you're at 5 stamina. So this one can be used as a bullet. So I actually have spent now 3 bullets, which gets me another clue. Now that gets me an extra stamina. So I would go off the page to 9 stamina. Now, with that extra stamina, what I will do is, if it comes up, it did not. I was going to say that if it came up, we go down an hour also. If it came up, I would get rid of this item because I have the plus stamina. So, we now have these. We're going to keep trying with the clues. So that clue's going to go there. This clue's going to go back on top of the pile. And this one is going to get discarded because we don't need any more stamina. So we have another informant. This one is yellow. We're going to say that this one is now a lead on the second case that we have. Okay? So since we have a second case, we look and it's 18. 18 means we're now on this next one here. So we have to do 3 feet and a, well, really, it does stamina anyway, which we really don't want. But we also don't want to fail. We got a bullet, we got a feat. This is the feat that we need. So I'm going to now roll my 5th die. I got the bullet, which means that I can't, even with the reroll, I got the feat, but I can't get a 3rd feat to defeat that one. So I lose a stamina on this one. I am now down to 4. So we do not want to lose our item now, because it'll start bringing us even worse luck. But we've got 3 clues again. Oh, not supposed to do that. Let me shuffle them up so I don't know which one's which. We're going to put this one back on top. This one is going to go away. And this one here is going to be our new informant up here. We go down an hour. We're at 17. So we have to do 2 and 2. And we only have 4 dice to do it with on this one. So we got 2. Not the right 2. And this one, we can't possibly make this one. I keep forgetting to take a token. So on this one, I'm going to take the feat for that one that I failed. Or this one, I mean. The feat for that one that I failed. And now this one, I can't possibly make 2 and 2. I've got 1 even with the reroll. There, I got 2, but I don't have any bullets. So I am going to take a newspaper. Now, if you take any more than 2 of these, you have to actually pay a penalty of an extra hour. So I'm only taking 2 right now. We go down the hour, and we go again. So I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to put this one back on top, and this one will go here. Which the light is a little bit too bright, and you can't see it anyway. So let's see. Wow, it's just non-stop brightness. Okay, let's point it over that way. Perfect. Okay, so this one, we'll put it right here because it doesn't really do anything for us. Now, we don't have to do the 13 one because we're at 16. So we need 2 eyes and a newspaper. So we got an eye and 2 newspapers. That's not really helpful, but I do get to re-roll. This is the eye. This is also the eye one, so I can just re-roll this one. And we, of course, didn't get it because right now all of my luck is going out the window. So that is going to cost us a time. I don't want to take extra time, but I actually am going to take an eyeball to then take one more, and then the final time for the end of the round. So we need to get this one to pop off for us. If it does not pop off for us, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. Then I'm going to put the stamina one on top and get rid of the item one. We're going to roll, and we need the, oh, it's up here, so we're above 8, below 19, so we need that one there. And we got 3. We want the clue. We want the clue badly. So, let's see. What do we need? We need one of these. We need one of these. Can I even get it? No, I can't even get it. So, I'm just going to stop there and not take, because I got 3 of a kind, I'm not going to take anything. I have to go down 1 for this, and then 1 more for the end of the round. Now, we've got 3 of these. They're all the same. So there's 1 there. There's 1 here. And I'll put this one at the bottom. This is all blue. So I'm going to put the blue one here. Cliffhanger. Duel to the death. We are below 12. So we actually have to do this really, really hard one. We have a bullet. This, here, and here. So we paid for it. We did it. That gets us 1 more stamina. We're back up to rolling 5 dice and using our wild. We go down an hour, and we're going to draw up 3 more. So the best one probably to get is this one here, I guess. Put this one back and this one discard. So this one has a yellow, so we'll put the yellow right here. We are at 10, so we're going to be on the last one, which is 2 eyes, foot, news, and gunshot. So we have gunshot, we have 2 eyes, we have 1 of these. Now I get to roll. Wait, which one is the newspaper one? Newspaper one is not this one. This one. So we're going to change this one to the gunshot. Okay, so we have gunshot, 2 eyes. This one is wild and can be used for anything. But first what we want to do is try to get, I have to roll my 5th, and we're going to try to get the newspaper or the feet. So we got the newspaper. And now I get to re-roll 1 because of this. So we're going to try to get the feet. So I've locked all of these in. I'm not re-rolling because I don't want to. I'm just re-rolling because I don't have a actually, it doesn't really work that way, does it? So we have 2, this one, and then this one can be used as anything. So that's our feet. That gets us 1 more clue. So we go up a clue, which gets us a new item. So our new item, we look here. That is a 0. With a 0, that means we come down and we look at whatever the top card on the discard pile is. That's a 2. We get to use a twist marker twice during phase 2. That also lowers our stamina because we lost it from there. At least I believe that's how it works. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments down below. I don't care. I'm just making the game harder on myself. Alright, so we're going to go for another item card. There's another item card. We're going to discard this one and put this one here. So here's the item card. Now, blue would be really nice here. Green would be great if I could do that, but that's not how this works. So we're going to put it here, and the green actually does match up. It's not her. Follow a lead. So we're only going to get to roll 4 die here. Oh, got to go down 1. Only going to get to roll 4 die here. But we will get a reroll for this. And we've got 1. We've got 2. We can't make it. So we're going to take this, and it actually gets rid of our item, unfortunately. Alrighty. So now we have 3 left. We're going to take this one, throw this one away, and put this one back on the deck. So what do we do with this one? Well, it's going to go right here. We're going to get another reroll there. We go down one. We are now at 8, so we're on the last one there. And we have an eyeball. We have a gunshot. We have this. We have the feet. So, unfortunately, because of the way that this game works, there's literally nothing I can do about the fact that I have no way to get another eyeball because I chose a bullet. And I could have chosen an eyeball, but here we are. So this time I'm going to choose a freaking eyeball and put it over here and be very upset about it because I can't do anything freaking about it. So then we look and we lose time. So 1, 2, we're now down to 6. So here we go. Now we take our discard pile and we shuffle it back up. We definitely get this one first because that's our last one there. And shuffle this up real quick. And then draw 2 more. We are going to flip one over, put one back, and then this one's ours. Now, you can never do this because you can't outrank your original plot. But I'm going to make a new plot way down here because nothing connects anyway. And this one is the 8 because we're now down to 6. And I need 5 things to work here to get the clue. And we got feet. We got a bullet. We got a second bullet. We got more bullets. But I don't have any way to actually reroll. So, of course, we lose time. 1, 2. The 1 was for this. The 2 was because of the end of the round. I should do that slower. Now we're going to look at these ones. I'm going to pick this one. This one's going to get flipped over. This one's going to go back. So this one has a red and a blue side. So that does not connect to any one specifically. So we'll just put it here. Blindsided by love. We are all the way down to 4. So we have to do the bottom one. This one, 1, 2, this one, and a bullet. We did it. We get the clue. That takes us back up to here to 5. Whew, that was a close one on that one for sure. We move down 1. We are almost, this is a nail biter. Okay, we're going to flip this one over. This is not something we want, unfortunately. This is actually really, really bad for us. That sucks, but here we go. Put that one up there. Flip this one over. That would have been a bad one for us too, but here we are. We now get to roll 5 dice. So we're on the bottom one, bottom piece of it, which we got the newspaper. We got this. We got this. So that works. Now we need 2 eyes. We got 1 eye, but we need to re-roll 1 dice because not reroll, but we get a 5th die. So, and there it is. We nailed it. 2 eyes. Oh, frick. We did it. Okay. So we look at the card. It's a blank. So we look down here. It's a 4. We get a 4. Roll 1 extra yellow investigative die. So that is really going to help us this time. So we're going to get 6 die on our next turn here. So we're down to 2. We've got 2 hours left. If we don't pass this, we lose. All right. So here we go. We're going to flip this one. This one will probably guarantee our loss, but we're going to put it right there. We're going to flip this one over, put this one down here. And this one is going to get an extra reroll. We're on the bottom one here. So we have 1 bullet, 2 bullets. We get to roll a 5th die. We got the newspaper, and we get to roll a 6th die. And we got that. So I would have, and then I need to re-roll, but I don't need to re-roll. I just need a extra dice. So I don't really know how this is supposed to work. I feel like I need extra dice to be able to do this, but I can't really do that. So I guess just for the course of the game, if I get a newspaper here, we'll call it a win. I didn't get it. Okay. So I didn't get it, which means I lose time and the game is over. So what would have happened if I would have gotten my final clue, right? If I would have nailed my 4th clue and we would have been ready. Because I didn't get 4 clues. Wait, did I? Oh man, I think I had already gotten the 4th clue. Well, crap. I shouldn't have kept playing. So this is what happens. When you get the 4th clue, I might have played wrong. And if I played wrong, sorry. But here we go. This is how it's go. We're going to get one chance to try to beat this, okay? If you get a 4th clue, you then have figured out who the bad guy is, and now you're going to go try to capture the bad guy. So what happens is you look here, and you count all of these that you've put out to see which one you have the most of. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. We have 1, 2, 2 ones. We have 1, 2, 2 twos. We have 1, 2, 3 threes. So the most we have is zeros. So with the most zeros, you come to this guy, the Spider, a weapons mastermind. To beat him, you need to do the exact same thing. You have to roll. So we roll, and we get the feet, the eye, the bullet. So I need 2 newspapers. Now remember, I have a 5th and 6th dice. This is the newspaper die. So I got 1 newspaper, and I didn't get the last one. So unfortunately, I wouldn't have beat him anyway. But you get to use your hours to keep going down. And I believe when you're fighting him, you get to like use an extra hour to keep re-rolling. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the game. It's one of those, it's kind of difficult to remember all the rules of a single player game, considering you're playing by yourself. And if you get something wrong, you don't hurt anyone except for yourself. But it's actually a really cool single-player game that passes the time well. You can see it's so much luck because it's just dice. And because you don't know which one of these you're getting, even though this one shows the gun here, when you flip it over, it's gun, clue, gun. So, and you don't know which one this is going to be, so you don't actually have a way to predict what you're going to get. But you try. And it has some special scenarios. It has 3 different cases in the main game, and then the expansion comes with a couple more. I think it's a very, very simplistic and easy game, but it's actually, I had a lot of fun playing it. I've only beaten it twice. Now, here's the thing. I might have beat this one if I actually noticed that I was doing well and had gotten my 4th clue. But, you know, there you go. So if I've done any rules wrong, put them in the comment below. Again, thank you guys so much for the 200 subscriptions. You guys watch my videos, comment, and I love it. And I love, you know, putting out some content that even a single person wants to watch. And the fact that 200 of you said, yeah, I'll see what else this guy's got. That's awesome. So thank you again, and I will see you next time.